Have you ever felt like you were in a boat, caught in the middle of a raging storm? The waves of life, stress from your job, worry about money, drama in relationships, crashing over the sides, threatening to pull you under. You paddle furiously, you fight, you scream, but the storm just gets stronger. Most of us live this way. We believe we are at the mercy of the storm, reacting to a world that happens to us. But what if I told you that you've had it backward this entire time? What if you aren't the one reacting to the storm? What if the storm is reacting to you? There's a level of calm you can achieve that is so profound, so deeply rooted, that it makes reality itself nervous. It makes your old patterns, your old limitations, your old frequency, the very fabric of the reality you used to know, look at you and wonder what's changed. This isn't just about feeling good. This is about accessing a power so fundamental that ancient texts and spiritual traditions have tried to describe it for millennia. They called it connecting with God, achieving nirvana, unifying with the infinite. But in its simplest, most practical form, it is a state of absolute, unshakable inner stillness. Think about it. We are told that we are separate from a divine source, that hell is a place of eternal separation from God. But we're also told that this source is omnipresent, that it's everywhere at once. How can you be separated from something that is everywhere? The separation isn't physical. It's not about location. It's a misalignment of frequency. Hell isn't a place you go to. It's a state you fall into when you are moved from your center. When you are shaken by the chaos of the world, you are misaligned with your own power. And trying to build your desired life from that place of misalignment is like trying to swim upstream in a torrential river. It's an exhausting, uphill battle against yourself. The secret is hidden in a simple phrase you've probably heard 1,000 times: be still and know. The prerequisite to knowing, to truly knowing your power, is stillness. The irony is that the more chaos life throws at you, the more stillness is required. But that's exactly when it feels the most impossible, isn't it? When the world is screaming, being quiet feels like the last thing you should do. The entire game is this. The universe, the third-dimensional world, your old self, is constantly trying to test the integrity of your new self. It wants to see if you really mean it. You decide you're going to be wealthy, and suddenly an unexpected bill appears. You decide you're worthy of love, and someone ghosts you. You decide you are powerful, and you're met with a situation that makes you feel powerless. These are not punishments. These are tests. The universe is asking, are you sure? Are you still that calm, centered, powerful being you claim to be even now? If you let the external world sway your internal state, you become its slave. A dependency on what you see with your physical eyes is the highest form of slavery. You see lack in your bank account, and so you feel lack. That feeling of lack then becomes the very frequency that projects more lack into your reality. You see loneliness, so you feel lonely, and that feeling of loneliness repels the very connection you desire. It's a perpetual feedback loop from hell, fueled by one single mistake: believing that what you see is more real than how you choose to be. Never, ever let what you see determine how you be. Because the truth is, your state of being is what determines what you will eventually see. When you grasp this, truly grasp it, the game changes. You stop being a ship tossed on the waves and you become the ocean itself. And how do you do that? You begin by understanding that you spend far too little time within. Think about how much time we spend consuming things from the outside world. Hours on social media, watching shows, listening to news, absorbing the energy of other people. If we spent even a fraction of that time in our inner world, cultivating our inner state, our outer world would be unrecognizable. The less time you spend within, the more you will depend on the without. But the more time you spend within, cultivating your desired state, the less the without can ever touch you. It becomes irrelevant. The chaos outside has no power over the peace inside, but there's a problem. There's a ghost in the machine, a quiet background noise that constantly disrupts our attempts at stillness. This is the part that no one really talks about. Your stillness isn't just disrupted by what's happening right now. It's being corrupted by your past. In the realm of the subconscious mind, time does not exist. There is no past, no future. There is only now. This is a terrifyingly important concept. It means that every unresolved, emotionally intense experience from your past is not actually in the past. It's happening right now on a subconscious level. That argument you had last week, that breakup from 5 years ago, that moment you felt deep shame or failure as a child, it didn't go anywhere. It became an energy, a memory that got stored inside you. And if the emotional intensity was high enough, it was recorded into your subconscious mind. Now, imagine that recording is playing on a silent loop, 24/7 in the background of your life. It's a song of chaos, of panic, of anger, of disharmony. It is subtly corrupting the frequency you are emitting right now. And because the universe only reacts to your current frequency, it is sending you more circumstances that match that old, chaotic song. So you wonder, why do I keep attracting the same problems? Why can't I feel peaceful? It's because the unstill parts of your past are still alive within you. So here is your most important work. You must make the unstill still. I want you to think about the moments in your life that have rattled you the most. The traumas, the arguments, the failures, the moments that stole your peace. You are not going to ignore them. You are going to alchemize them. You're going to use the most powerful tool you have, your imagination. Get into a relaxed, meditative state. Go back in time to one of those memories, one of those unstill moments. But this time, you are going to rewrite the ending. Just as the argument is about to start, you rewrite the script. Instead of yelling, you see yourself hugging the person. You express understanding. You feel a wave of peace and forgiveness. You transform the disharmony into harmony. You change the energy of the memory from chaos to stillness. You do this again and again for every major unstill memory you can find. By doing this, you are not lying to yourself. You are telling your subconscious mind that the event is now resolved. You are pulling the poisonous arrow out of your energetic body. And when you do this enough, you are conditioning your subconscious to a new baseline, stillness. The quiet, chaotic song playing in the background will fade, replaced by a song of peace. And your reality will have no choice but to start dancing to this new music. Now, what about the present? What do you do when a fresh storm hits right now in real time? A panicked phone call, a negative email, a sudden problem. Our instinct is to run, to avoid, to ignore. But in this world, avoidance is an admission of weakness. It's telling the universe, this thing is more powerful than me. You must never run. Instead, you use a 3-step process. I call it the 3 T's: transcend, transmute, and transform. The first step is transcend. This means you go beyond your default reaction, which is to run away. Instead, you face it. If it's a terrifying number in your bank account, you open the app and you stare at it. If it's a frightening letter, you hold it and you look at it. You don't try to change how you feel. You simply allow. You let the fear, the panic, the shame, the anger, all of it rise to the surface. You've been trying to suppress it for so long. Now you give it permission to be seen. You just sit there and watch it, stare at it. It will feel like a nightmare, but I promise you that emotional energy has a lifespan. It cannot burn forever. After 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe an hour, it doesn't matter how long it takes, that intense emotional charge will begin to fade. It will go down and down until you look at the problem and you feel nothing. This is neutrality. This is the crucial halfway point. Most people try to jump from an intensely negative state directly to a positive one. It's like trying to leap across a giant canyon. You don't have the momentum, but going from negative to neutral, that's an easy step. Once you are in that calm, neutral state, you move to the second T, transmute. Now that the negative energy is gone, you have a blank slate. Transmutation is about shifting your focus. Within every problem, every negative situation, there is an energetic opposite, a hidden positive. Everything exists in polarity. Your job from this neutral state is to find it. What is the opportunity here? What is this situation trying to teach me? What strength is it forcing me to develop? Even if you can't see it immediately, you know it's there. You concentrate on finding the seed of positivity, which leads to the final T, transform. Once you've found that positive seed, you concentrate on it with the entirety of your focus. You water it. You give it your energy. You focus on the feeling of the solution, not the problem. You focus on the feeling of relief, of gratitude, of success. You are now transforming the entire energetic signature of the situation from a problem into a catalyst for your growth. This process works for anything. For people causing you stress, you do this in your imagination. You bring their face to your mind, allow the negative feelings to dissipate into neutrality, and then you search for something positive about them to focus on, transforming your energetic relationship with them. Finally, I want to leave you with one of the most powerful, paradoxical secrets there is. I call it negative gratitude. Think about every terrible thing you have ever gone through in your life. Every single one. You made it past them, didn't you? And not only did you survive, but you almost certainly ended up in a better, stronger, wiser position because of what you went through. Every period of intense darkness in your life has always been a springboard for your elevation. Every single time. So, if you know this pattern to be true, why wait? Why wait until after the storm passes to be grateful for the lessons it taught you? The next time you are in the middle of a negative situation, a dry spell, a moment of chaos, instead of resisting it, have gratitude for it right now. Say, thank you for this situation. You would only be grateful for something if you were already on the other side of it, looking back. By feeling gratitude in the present moment for your present problem, you are performing an act of incredible metaphysical power. You are aligning your consciousness with the frequency of the solution. You are transcending time. You are telling the universe that you already know this is serving your highest good, that you already know it is the catalyst for your next great expansion. And when you do that, the negativity dissolves. It has to, because chaos cannot exist in a field of gratitude. It cannot survive in a state of absolute calm. This is how you make reality nervous. You don't fight it. You don't resist it. You become so internally still, so peaceful, so unshakably centered in the truth of your own power, that the external world has no choice but to bend itself around you. The storm will calm. The waves will flatten. Not because you fought them, but because you remembered that you were the one creating them all along. Be still and know